Spider-Man as we know it may very well be no more. As if Tuesdays weren't already kind of a tough day. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not coming to you with the happiest of news today. It's actually kind of a murky situation, what's going on here. What's going on? It's your boy Tommy on the spot for Disney 101. I just wanted to come and jump on here with you guys for a couple minutes today because I just heard this news about Spider-Man, and some of you guys may be a little confused. You may be like, wait a minute, Spider-Man canceled? Spider-Man not a part of Marvel, the cinematic universe? Makes no sense. Well, and I get it. I mean, Spider-Man as a character obviously was a part of Marvel Comics, but Spider-Man as a movie is actually owned by Sony Pictures. That's why some of these other pictures that have come out, like Venom and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, are actually entities owned directly by Sony, and Sony released these. This is why those characters really kind of seem completely separate from the MCU and the characters that are a part of that kind of Avengers franchise. Spider-Man, however, has obviously been a part of the Avengers franchise since 2015, when he was in Captain America Civil War, and obviously the Avengers movies thereafter. Well, this is because Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures got together and reached some sort of agreement that would allow Spider-Man to be a part of the MCU. And it's a good thing he was, right? I mean, I kind of like Spider-Man. I like Tom Holland in there mixing it up with Iron Man and all the Avengers, and he was a real big integral part of those movies. At least I thought so. So it's good they reached that agreement, but the agreement kind of had Disney and Marvel Pictures kind of taking a bit of a back seat. They weren't getting to as big a piece of the pie as you would probably think, being that Spider-Man, again, was created by Marvel Comics. So, apparently these two sides, they're at a bit of a standstill now. Marvel Pictures is coming over, Marvel Studios, whatever, is coming over, and they're basically asking that moving forward for these next movies that are coming out, because obviously there are two Spider-Man movies that are in production with Tom Holland, and I mean, if you've seen The Last Spider-Man, and enough times passed that I can reveal that basically after the credits, Spider-Man was revealed to be Peter Parker to the masses, right? And so that was kind of a really cool cliffhanger. Actually, it was at the end of the regular movie before you even got to the after credit scene. So that was a really cool cliffhanger that at least had me very excited to see where is this franchise going? Where are we going from here? Well, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we're going to be continuing that story, or at least not with the same producers. Kevin Feige, who is Marvel Studios producer, and he's the head of Marvel Studios, is not going to be producing these movies moving forward if this continues. Now, obviously, this is all kind of speculation right now, but it does not look good. So it could mean that maybe they start to incorporate some of the other Sony pictures. The Last Spider-Man, Far From Home, was the biggest movie in Sony history. So where the future lies without Kevin Feige as that creative producer behind Spider-Man, and without Marvel Studios president not being involved in the movie, who knows what this means for the Spider-Man franchise. I still assume these movies will be coming out. Maybe they'll just be under the Sony banner, and maybe the stories will be completely different, but this would lead credence to the belief that if this doesn't happen, Spider-Man probably will not be involved with the other characters in Phase 5 and into the MCU as the story progresses. There's definitely a lot to take in. Obviously, negotiations are still ongoing, and we will be back with you guys this weekend on Disney 101. And so, if anything changes, we'll jump on with you guys. Follow us on Twitter at Disney101pod, and we'll see you guys in the next video.